Yeah, okay. Anyways, so Venice Arts is partnering with the County of Los Angeles and WEDAX to launch this program called the Film and Digital Media Career Pathways Program. A little long title, but it pretty much boils down to helping young 16 to 25-year-old people who are trying to find their way, hopefully, into the film and digital media industry and get them internships. That's the real sort of goal we have here. So is this program right for you? So maybe you don't know what film and digital media exactly is. You might have a vague idea, but you don't know what the exact jobs in this industry are like. Maybe you know you definitely want to work in it, but you don't have any experience. Maybe you just know that you're a creative person with a lot of ideas and you really want to be able to use that in a professional capacity. If that's the case, then this is the program for you. We are here, in essence, to walk you through 4 steps. So we have 4 levels as part of the program. There's level 1, which we call expose, level 2, which is explore, level 3, which is train, and then level 4 is the internship. So as part of this program, the first step is just simply answering some of the questions you might have, giving you a chance to talk to working professionals in the industry and to really learn what film and digital media is all about. So level 1 is the sort of entry level, no experience required. You don't even have to necessarily be interested in digital media. This is where you can learn to see if you would be interested in digital media. Level 2 is where you start getting a little bit of hands-on training, get an opportunity to actually do some of the tasks that you would be expected to do in an entry-level job in the industry. And then level 3 is the real meat of the program, where you get an intensive 12-week program where you'll learn all the actual hard skills and soft skills you'll need in order to succeed in an internship. And then we'll help train you through job resume polishing, interview skills. And then once you get the internship, we'll be there with you every step of the way, so that if you have any troubles or issues while in the internship, or you need someone to talk to, a mentor, we'll be there for you. So to get a bit more into it, level 1 is going to start quite soon, in just a couple of weeks, February 17th. And we'll be offering a calendar of different events where you'll get to meet people from DreamWorks, Disney, Riot Games, Google, hopefully someone from TikTok as well. We're still figuring that one out. But we have quite a panel. You were talking about the Super Bowl earlier today. We have some people from Motive ad agency. They've done Super Bowl commercials. So you've got a bunch of people who are industry veterans, and they'll really give you sort of a peek into what their day-to-day work lives are like. And you'll get a chance to ask them questions. You'll get a chance to sort of see if this might be a field you're interested in. And this level will all be remote. So you can do it from the comfort of your own home. And again, no experience is required. So the next level is exploration. So at this point, we're going to be partially remote and partially in person. So the remote part will involve these digital job shadow opportunities where, unfortunately, because of COVID restrictions, most companies aren't allowing for actual job shadowing, which we were originally hoping to provide. But next year, if you're interested, come next year, then this will definitely be more fun. But you'll get a chance to still sort of follow around a lot of these same people who were speaking in the first level, but get a chance to see them actually working day to day and see what, say, a producer does, or what a project manager or product manager or a video editor or a sound mixer actually does on a day-to-day basis. And anyone who attends level 1 will be prioritized for level 2 when they're applying. And then level 3, this is the real intensive level part of the program. So if you think, my God, I really, really want to get into this history, I'll do whatever it takes, I can work hard, I'm committed, then this is for you. So it'll be 30 people who will get a chance to get over 12 weeks, 100 hours worth of training. And you'll learn Photoshop, you'll learn Premiere, you'll learn how to do pre-production, script breakdowns, how to do budgeting on the spreadsheets. You'll learn how to put together a pitch deck, and learn how to put together PowerPoint presentation. Extremely useful skill in the modern era. So, so that you can actually convincingly convey any ideas or projects you might want to be able to communicate to other people and get them to believe and deliver on that. But this is a pretty intensive program, so we know that for a lot of you guys, it might not be easy just to take all that time out of your life, which is why we're also offering a $500 reward for any graduate of the program. We'll cover transportation fees and other things that might be necessary on a case-by-case basis. And if some of you particularly take to post-production, video editing in particular, we'll also be covering exam fees for the Premiere Pro Certified Associates exam, which is a credential that will be helpful in any venture, really, that you go forward. And anyone who attends level 1 to 2 will, again, be prioritized for this level when applying. And then at the completion of this level, you will begin applying to an assortment of internships that specifically interest you in space, and then we'll help you prepare and put together, whether it be a portfolio or whatever the case may be, depending on your specific interests in digital media. Because digital media is a very, very large space with a huge array of different types of jobs, and there's no one size fits all. So that's why the mentors here at Venice Arts will be there to counsel you one-on-one and make sure that we put the right pathway for you specifically to get where you want to go. And then once you're at the internship, sometimes you'll need someone to consult with, because internships can be difficult, or it can be a lot of pressure, and it's always helpful to have someone that you can consult with, which is why the mentors here will be there with you all the way through to the completion of an internship. And throughout, we'll also be offering specific master classes on emerging fields in digital media, like cutting edge stuff, which it'll be useful to know about. You won't become a specialist overnight, but things like VR, AR, these are things that are happening in the field, and it's useful to learn about. And we'll also be providing classes where you can learn hands-on about these different types of emerging tech. So hopefully I've convinced you that this will be a fun program. I will be the lead teacher, but there will be other teachers as part of the program as well. And if you want to see my mug on a regular basis, please go to this website and feel free to sign up. As again, levels 1 and 2. There's no reason you shouldn't sign up, because there's no commitment. It's just really for a chance for you to see whether this is right for you. So go sign up. That's all I have to say. And yeah, that's the end of my slide presentation. And I figured at this point I could answer a couple questions. Kashi also is a veteran and graduate of Venice Arts. So if you have any questions for him as well, we're here to answer. Okay, looks like people are shy.
During, I guess, pre-pandemic, right? Because I mean, the
Mhm.
whole world kind of got flipped upside down. Um, how what time, how many days a week would the students go in, and then what times of day or what days of the week, right?
Right. Great question. Thanks. So we have a different program offering as part of Venice Arts where we have a weekly program where kids would come in once a week, and whether it's we have a photography class, we have film class, we have a comics class, um, and normally it would be once a week. And this program will also be a minimum of once per week, but there will also be lab hours where students can come in um, and uh, pretty much work as long as they want. And our facilities will be open to the students to use, which we know that everyone's schedules and lives are different. So there's only going to be one day that's actually required, but we encourage and would highly recommend students to come in for additional supplementary non-mandatory classes throughout the week for this program. And yes, because of the pandemic also normally we would be offering more spots, but because we have to deal with social distancing regulations, our total capacity is unfortunately a bit more limited than it would be otherwise. Yeah, we actually tore down a wall in our building so as to create a larger classrooms by combining two of them. But yes. Oh yeah, so in the job training program will be set over the weekend. So yes, if you have a school or a full-time job or something during the week, you should still be able to participate, which is was a help. So that's why the classes are on the weekend.
Thank you, thank you.
So you probably already said it, Alex. So for the level 1, it's twice a week, right?
Correct.
4 to 5:30 Wednesdays.
Right. So these are the remote sessions. So that's why they're on the weekdays, 4 to 5:30, Wednesdays and Fridays. And if you can't make one day, that's fine. We do encourage you to try to come to as many panels as possible because each one will sort of be a different kind of field, and there'll be an opportunity to sort of learn about all the different sort of segments. Even if you can only make part of it, I would still recommend that. Because there's going to probably be hundreds of people in these Zoom meetings. You won't necessarily be expected to participate or anything. So if you feel shy and you just want to, poke your head in and just listen, that's totally fine. So, yeah.
Kashi, if you don't mind, I have a question, two-part question for you, if that's okay.
Yeah.
And this is like a lot for our students because a lot of them will watch this later. So, because they work and stuff, right? First question is, I'll ask them both so you can just go at your own pace. What were the highlights of your experience? Like, what did you enjoy the most about it? And second, what were some of the challenges that you experienced and also were able to just, overcome? Because I mean, every job, no matter how much you love it, will have its challenges. And I think it's important to address those just as much as the highlights.
Yeah, and this is referring to my experience at Venice Arts, correct? Or
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think my experience, I started 7 years ago as a student, and my experience since then has just been kind of just it's been growing and just a lot of like I mainly am in the field of photography and videography. So Venice Arts kind of supplied me with the education that I needed to pursue kind of a mix of both careers. And a lot of it was just kind of at least the challenging part of it was going in once again with like no experience and just kind of you know, thinking that it's just this like, you know, this impossible task of like, you know, how am I going to learn all these softwares? There's like, you know, so many softwares that I, you know, I can't remember the names. I'm, you know, I barely know how to, you know, type at a reasonable speed. You know, and all of this stuff, all of the technical things were what were my worries that were just going on in the back of my head. But really, it just came down to, you know, um, how open you are with, you know, creativity, and just really like, you know, it's about what you've made. It's like it doesn't matter, you know, what softwares, you know. It's like, have you made short films, or can you just like pick up a camera and just let your imagination run wild, and then not really limiting yourself to the technical aspect. And the technical part of it is just as important as the creative part of it, but I don't think it's, you know, 100% necessary to have start anything in this industry. So I think, you know, yeah, I'd say that was the challenging part, was just kind of, you know, letting myself relax and just be okay with like not knowing everything. I mean, with any task, it's unrealistic to assume that people know everything, and that's not something that I felt was, you know, put on me by Venice Arts, and that's something that I really appreciated, was that they just kind of let me go at my own pace, and that was a far more effective, you know, kind of, you know, timeline of education than kind of pressuring me into a corner. But yeah, so yeah, that's been my experience.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah. And as Kasha said, he's been with Venice Arts for a long time, longer, in fact, than even I've been here. Venice Arts very much really strongly believes in long-term mentorship. We have a large number of students who've been with us for many years, and we try to bring a very personal touch and a hands-on approach. That sounds terrible. Anyways, to the mentorship process, and you know, yeah, you will get personal attention when you're part of the program, and we will work to make sure what you want to accomplish in life is the path that we help you towards. So. Okay, the end, I guess, unless there are more questions.
Any
Thank,
other-
thank
Go ahead.
you so much. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just seeing if there was any other questions that maybe anyone wanted to ask or anything before we move forward.
And if you're a little shy to talk, feel free to just type a question into chat, and you can answer that as well. Otherwise, there's also information on the website, so if you have any additional questions, you can read into it there. Or you can shoot us an email, and we can answer any questions you might have. Maybe you'll think of something, 15 minutes, an hour from now, or whatever. So by all means.
Awesome. Alex, would you all mind putting your how to apply and the website in the chat?
Absolutely. Let me do
Thank
that right.
Man, I really wish I had this opportunity growing up, man. Yes. Yeah, I would have been the new what you
Me
call
too.
it. Yeah. Forgot that guy, the black director. Oh my
Spike Jones.
God.
Spike Lee.
Spike Lee, there you
Spike
go.
Lee.
Yeah, it would have been Lavelle Lee or something.
Yeah.
But no, this is really
Yeah.
cool. This is really cool.
Spike Lee was one of my professors, actually.
Really?
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
So yeah, and again, students who are watching now and later, especially if you have even a clue of being, let's say, an inkling of creativity, this is career exploration at its finest. And so please seize this opportunity. Don't let it pass by.
Also, something to add is just continue to watch things and draw from that. I mean, all the stuff you watch on Netflix, and not everything you consume on a daily basis, there's something there that you can use as inspiration to create something. But yeah, so I definitely encourage that, and just kind of taking a mental note or a physical note of just what you're consuming regularly, and why you like it and what draws you to it. But yeah, that's what I'd have to add.
Thank you. Yeah, that's just important as like watching, watching what you're watching, right? Thank you for pointing that out. It's super important. Thank you.
All right, you all. So let's give them a hand, and thank you again, Alex and Kashi, for your time. Thank you so much. Our reactions.
Having us again.
All right, and I'll be emailing you too probably this week, Alex, because it's a group that we will have go through through this program.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you
for having us.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Thanks again. Bye, everyone. Have a great rest of the week.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, so moving on to our second part of our presentation. So it is